You want to learn French in 2025. I'm here to help. Salut, je m'appelle Peace et bienvenue à HeyBonjour. Today, let's get right into it. Premièrement, first of all, you need to set goals. Maybe you've heard this a ton of times, but it's true. You need to set goals. You need to know your why. Why do you want to learn French? Pourquoi tu veux apprendre le français? Pourquoi est-ce que tu veux apprendre le français? Why? Are you crushing on someone that speaks French? Okay. Do you want to learn French for professional work? Do you want to learn French just because you want to learn French? It is important to write down your why, because this is going to help you to set realistic goals. If you are traveling to a French-speaking country by December, you would know how to set your goals January, February, March, all the way to December to be able to achieve your French language desired result. D'accord? So if you are, par exemple, traveling in December, or you have a meeting in December that requires you to speak French, you should have a goal for every single month. This is what I want to achieve in the first month of learning French. This is what I want to achieve in the second month of learning French. And this in turn is going to help you to set goals for every week. And if you can achieve your goals of every week, you'll be able to achieve your goals every month. And if you can achieve your goals every month, you'll be able to achieve the goals in the whole year, if that makes sense. D'accord? So set goals. Let me know in the comment section why you want to learn French and how you are going to achieve that. Because remember, your goal is your GPS. Without goals, you'll be lost. Next, you need to build a strong foundation. Just imagine that you want to make un gâteau au chocolat and you don't have le chocolat. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. D'accord? And that's the same thing with every language. You need to build strong foundation when you are learning a new language. La grammaire, l'orthographe, le vocabulaire. Okay? Le verbe être, avoir, those are your best friends, BFFs or BFs. Oh, je sais pas. D'accord? In my opinion, speaking should be your first priority. Learning how to speak first, or working more on your speaking before reading and writing, should be your priority. Okay? Imagine learning how to write perfectly. I know so many people who write so well in French, but they cannot speak French. They can't communicate in French. Then what's the point? Il est important de pouvoir parler une langue, okay? I think the end goal is to be able to speak, right? So it's important to learn how to speak. It's easier to be able to speak and want to learn how to write and read. I think it's easier that way. You know the interesting part about working more on your speaking? You cannot work on your speaking without working on your listening. Speaking and listening are like dance partners. You can't do without. You can use one, or you can work on one without working on the other. They go hand in hand. Working on your speaking is going to help you work on your listening. Working on your listening will also help you work on your speaking. And how do you do that perfectly? Stay with me for the next step. Number 3, immerse yourself in the language. You need to immerse yourself in French. You need to turn your life into French. Okay, once you get to the beginner level, it is important that everything that surrounds you is French. Not everything, but everything that you can. Sorry. It is important, d'accord? Don't tell me that you don't have the money to travel to a French-speaking country, but if you do, please go. Vas-y. But if you can't watch French movies, listen to French music, please tell me in the comment section your favorite French music, if you have any, or your favorite French movie. D'accord? This is going to help you to learn not only passively but to learn actively. You will be able to see real life communication, and there are so many French YouTubers, so many French YouTube channels that you can watch. I don't have any right now in my mind, but just check the comments, the description box, and I'm going to share a few with you, a few that I think will be helpful in your French learning journey. I forgot to mention that in the description box you can find a link to a free template that would help you to set your goals in your French language journey. You're welcome. The next thing to learn French en 2025 is to get a tutor, get a teacher. Let's face it, sometimes you need a professional. Sometimes you need somebody who knows better, that can hold your hand in your French language journey. Sometimes you need, not sometimes, most times, you need somebody who's going to tell you it's not merci, it's merci. Okay, so if you can afford it, get a French teacher. Subscribe for French lessons, even if they are online. It's going to fast track your learning process. D'accord? So get a French teacher. Tell me, have you ever had a French teacher before? Was it a great experience, or was it? Please let us know. My next point is to leverage on technology in 2025. I know, je sais, I know that technology is going really crazy with the whole AI thing, but why not use it to your advantage when learning French? On the screen, you can screenshot some of the apps that I recommend you to use. Some of them I've used them, some I haven't, but just check it out and see what works with you to help you practice your French. The next point is practice. Practice makes better. Did you say perfect? So practicing is what is going to help you. Practicing is what is going to help you improve ton français. You cannot call yourself a chef if you just went to cooking classes and you just watched the chef cooking and explaining without trying it yourself. Okay? You just have to speak it. You just have to write it. Practice is what is going to help you learn your French. When you are practicing, even if you don't have people around to practice with, try to practice with anything or everything.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Tu vas bien? Mais attends, je veux te parler en français. Come, I need to practice with you. I need to practice with. Au revoir. Au revoir.
I know some of you who are just getting started in your French language journey are afraid of making mistakes, are afraid of being judged, but who cares? Actually, nobody really cares. Okay, you just have to make the mistakes. I'm so sorry, but you are going to make mistakes. There's no way around it. You can't just start speaking French and speaking it parfaitement. You will make the mistakes. So why not just make it earlier in your learning journey? D'accord? Even French speakers do make mistakes. Ta-da! Next point. Travel to a French-speaking country. If you are adventurous or you have some cash, de l'argent, if you have the money, go for it. Travel to a French-speaking country because this is going to force you to practice French. Okay? France, la Belgique, le Sénégal. There are so many French-speaking countries in the world. Can you share with us which one you would like to visit? Which one would you like to explore? And are there French-speaking countries that you have been to? What was your experience? Yeah, I'd like to know in the comment section. Merci. Use passive and active learning. Okay? Active learning is when you have to do the work, when you have to say words, when you have to repeat after your teacher, when you have to read books, okay? But passive learning is just you sitting there and maybe listening. Listening to a French podcast when you're at the gym, for example, listening to French music, or just having French around and just listening. You don't know how helpful that can be. It's going to register somewhere in your subconscious. It's going to help your vocabulary and even your grammar unconsciously. D'accord? It's important that you use both methods. D'accord? Let's go to the next one. Last but not least, stay consistent and patient. I know, je sais. It can be difficult, ça peut être difficile, but just stay consistent. And remember that consistency in the long run beats intensity. Learning French should be considered as a marathon, not a sprint. D'accord? So take it one step at a time, but make sure you are moving. Some days might look like this. You have a lot of energy, a lot of motivation. And some days you are just too lazy to do something, or you don't want to do anything. That is when you use passive learning. But make sure that every time you are trying to achieve your goals. Okay? Be patient. Give yourself flowers. Don't beat yourself too hard. Okay? D'accord? Celebrate small wins. Once you get to the beginner's level, you can throw a party or something. But be happy for yourself and encourage yourself to go to the next step. D'accord? That's it. You have a few tips to help you learn your French en 2025. D'accord? And if this was helpful and you liked the video and you like me, please can you hit the like button, and if you want to subscribe, please do if you want to. D'accord. Merci beaucoup. I hope this was helpful and I can't wait to hear you winning. Okay? Au revoir. À la prochaine. Ciao ciao. Bonne et heureuse année 2025.